This is an Easter egg. It's delicious, but boring. This is a map Easter egg. This is a road in northern Vermont that momentarily crosses the Canadian border, and I find it fascinating. It's not all just strange borders though, but there can be strange patterns, like what is this in Nevada? And sometimes it's just street or town names like boring Oregon. So what is a map Easter egg? It's a little piece of information, whether deliberate or accidental, that makes reading maps fun and interesting. I believe it is important that when you draw your own maps, you include Easter eggs. And here are two I found in my local street directory. Alright, let me show you two of the coolest oddities that I have in like a Sydney map here. So you have like this road here called the Northern Road, Standard Road, until it gets to this intersection here called Richmond Road. You have Richmond Road, which comes south this way, and you have Blacktown Road, which goes north up that way. Now you may think, well, who cares? They're just names. But it's weird. Like you drive here, you get to this road, and check out this street sign. Richmond Road doesn't go to Richmond. It goes south to Blacktown. If you turn left here, Blacktown Road doesn't go to Blacktown. It goes to Richmond. That's gotta just make tourist drivers just go nuts. Whichever urban planner made this one in Piedmont needs to lose their job, right? So you've got Allen Street here, which is two-way. It gets to this section here, which then is just one way. Then it becomes two-way again. So if you're driving this way, you get forced into a private car park. Many people complain about that. But if you go this way, around here, around Burrawarra Road, you end up here. Basically, no basketballer can walk under this expressway underpass. And here are some funny and interesting Easter eggs in my own maps, some deliberate to highlight the strangeness of urban planning, others accidental. Giving things names can be problematic. Like here is the Will Smith Middle School. Why is it problematic? Well, when I made this map, Will Smith didn't have a bad reputation, but then he decided to go slap or hit Chris Rock at some award show, and now he's cancelled. So I feel sorry for the students in this middle school. This one's a bit of a juxtaposition. We've got Nordisk Power wind farms right next door to Uncle Sam's oil warehouse. Bet you those two won't ever be showing up at the same convention. Something to me just says strange about this. How we have a driver reviver stop next to a raceway track and a koala conservation center. These are some of my favorite suburb names. Sadness Point. So if you went to the primary school, you'd basically go to Sadness Point Primary School. Fort Sandwich, but technically named after the Earl of Sandwich in England. For all my Norwegian bros out there, older bro, where's it, like the old bridge? Seriously, I did not know Skibidi would become huge when I named this place Skibidin. Some might say that I was foretelling the future. Lots of Norwegian names: Kartoffer Beach, Utested, Etterpå, Autistic Village, Camp Happiness. The name of the prison is Loudmouth Correctional Facility, not because the inmates have loud mouths, but named after the first governor. We have Chinatown, but the public school is Little Hanoi Public School. My first ever map, Shingle, like, did I have shingles at the time? Is that even possible? I was going to name this one Yeet, but I went for Yeen instead. Like, what's going on in this one? Nokia Stadium. When did I make this map? How did they even afford to put their name on this stadium? This suburb is called Groper, but I swear it's named after the fish. I was very innocent at the time of making this map. I was quite young, so I didn't really know they could have like two meanings. I also decided to make a whole mouth district. We got Seamouth, the Mouth Showground, Exmouth or Exmouth, Bournemouth, but the council was just called the Mouth, so we end up with the Mouth High School. These are some of my favorite names: Rabbit Hole, next to Gift or Yift. At the time, I loved the movie Ender's Game, so I had to pay homage to him with Ender's Marsh. Maybe I should have put a flight school in here. I think this company went bankrupt, but they still have stores in my city. And nothing says city centre like the word or name Salamander. Because I had a bit of trouble with spelling this place, Siege ended up being called Sige. I just used to also love making roads that made no sense just to make motorists have a bit of fun getting up this hill and over a waterfall that's on the road. Any geologists in the chat, is this even possible to have one road and train go around these bends but have then another major highway go up just like this with high winds? I was going to call this place Brony, but my judgment got the better of me. Yay. And another feature that I don't know is actually geologically possible, but I love it. But we all know about Fort Sandwich with a Playmobil family fun resort because Lego couldn't get the rights, or the giant Mango Mania, go-karting, or the Catholic school next to the waste treatment plant. Poor kids. What a waste. Or what about this EV parking lot that seems to be the size of a whole Westfield? And does a train maintenance yard need a soil silo? See, little signs I love like this road closes from 8:30 to 3:30, so the school kids can play on the road between the two high school campuses. And I wonder how rich and pompous this guy was to get his own lawn in the Botanical Gardens, Duckbill Worthington. We have a pet memorial garden that even has a service dog's lawn, named after my dog that passed away, Paddy Jr. And here he is. But don't worry, boy, you are lying deceased here in the beloved pet's lawn. I don't know why I find this funny, but a self-storage right next door to a nursing home. We even have a Norwegian culture centre, Norsk Kulturcenter. It's all about the brun ost in that place. Brown cheese. Nebraska Parkland, spelt correctly. Batman and Robin Island. You can tell my city has an American feel with a Dodge Ram car factory. Don't forget, you can send your kids to neurodivergent high school. And this must be problematic at the windows between the Supermax men and the Supermax women. I'd hate to see what happens across the windows between these two prisons. And on a map, would you actually say where protection is? All right, who's staying here at the Stroop Waffle Hotel? Right next to the CIGF embassy. I can't remember what that is. What country is CIGF? A company that's not afraid to call themselves capitalists. At the Dino Stadium. I wonder if these two are brothers, Bill and Bob. Man, these parents didn't have very good imaginations for naming their kids. Check out this maze. I really hope it's not that easy. No one mess with the ducks in this prohibited zone. It's for mallard ducks only, thank you very much. So I stuffed up drawing this intersection, and the only way to solve it was to put a warning sign that this ramp has a gradient and sharp turn. Have fun, motorists. And this is definitely one theme park I'll definitely go to. Check out this tube ride, a roller coaster thingy. I'll definitely go on that. Have you ever wondered where Canva or Uber's headquarters is? Well, here it is. There's Uber and there's graphic company Canva in a walkable village. But my piece de resistance is the Amazon Oceania Distribution Center. Not only is there 51 warehouses, there is accommodation for you to live here. You can send your kids to daycare. You can even go to chapel and get married. You can even die here in the Amazon cemetery. I also love Easter eggs like this. Just closed road. So cross street, you can't get across anymore. Can't get across. And considering that this place has the ranch wedding hall, the lake is called Nuptial Lake. Ooh, there's some sensory gardens. So if you ever buy any of my maps, these are just some of the cool Easter eggs and little things that you get to look at my maps. It's so much fun including these, and you should definitely include this level of detail and fun and realism to your maps.